I often get the question, what should I trade? No matter what setup you're trading. And I get that question more during the summer when the Qs and SPY may go a little flat and there may not be as much trading activity available in the Qs or the SPY. Today, I'm going to show you an easy way to find stocks to trade. I'm Steven. I'm a former market maker and an arbitrage expert. And today we're going to talk about earnings season because it kicked off today. If you're looking for stocks to trade, you need movement. And generally, you're going to get movement in stocks that are reporting earnings. Today, on the first day of earnings season, the financials reported. So you had Goldman Sachs, you had Wells Fargo, you had Citi, you had Bank of America. Those are good candidates for trading. I'm focusing in this video on the Power Bar setup, but whatever setup you use, you had movement in these stocks today, and it gave you opportunities. The Power Bar is simply a large bar that begins at or near what I call the anchor line, which is the 20 simple moving average. It clears support or resistance immediately to the left. It's moving with the anchor line or at a minimum not against it. So I'm fine if the anchor line is flat when the power bar fires. Entry is at the end of the power bar. So for a long, it's near the top of the power bar. For a short, it's near the bottom of the power bar. And the stop is simply the other end of the power bar. If you want my cheat sheet on how to execute the power bar trade, what I just explained, as well as some nuances around it, simply comment power in the comments below, and I'll get you that cheat sheet. But I'm going to run through it with my indicator, which makes it easier to see on a chart. This is simply a proprietary indicator that I designed. And you can see it fires off a long. And this was basically looking at Goldman Sachs on the 2-minute. And this is basically when Goldman announced earnings this morning, right? There was a long power bar. Entry, as I said, is at or near the top of the power bar with a stop at the base of the power bar. And I'm generally looking for 1.5 to 2 times profit. And that's what these take profit levels are. That's 1 times the risk in this power bar in profit. That's 1.5. And that is 2 times the risk in the power bar. That's just how the indicator takes profit. It's a very simple, straightforward way to take profit, but also very effective. And you can see, obviously, this fired off in the pre-market, so you would have had to been trading before regular market hours here in the U.S. But that was a nice trade. You had 2 shorts then, and again, a Goldman Sachs on the 2-minute. This power bar entry here with 2 times your risk. And obviously, you can see the profit is a lot smaller, but that's because the power bar is a lot smaller, so your risk is a lot smaller. So this one, again, gave you 2 times your risk and profit. This one gave you 2 times your risk and profit. This one would have stopped out, right? They're not all going to work. And this one later in the day gave you, again, 2 times your risk and profit because it's moving. If you're trying to trade something, and we get this in the summertime, it hasn't been too bad this summer, but we get it sometimes in the Qs, the futures, if you trade that, options, if you trade them on SPY or Qs, we can sometimes flatten out in the summertime. So a simple answer to that problem of what if what I'm trading isn't moving is to simply trade something with earnings. Let's take a look then at Citi. and what that looked like on a power bar trade. And I'll go to just the regular hours or just before, say starting at 9. You had a short power bar here in the pre-market that ended up in 2 times profit. If you didn't trade until the open, I'll make this a little bigger. You ended up with a long power bar just after the open, which gave you 1 times profit. You ended up with a short that would have been stopped out. And then you ended up with a power bar short here around 11:15 that at a minimum gave you 2 times your risk and profit. And if you were following this down with a stop, and what I tell my traders is if you get an immediate move like this, first, this is what I call a waterfall trade. I have other videos on that. But if you get this move, put a simple moving average like the 9 on your chart and don't take profit until you get a close above the 9. You can see how that would have increased your profit in this trade. Again, that moves in your direction strongly immediately after you enter on this power bar, right? This is entry here, basically at the base of this bar, right? At the base of this bar, that's where the short is for the power bar, and the stop is here. So you end up, again, easily getting 2 times your risk and profit. If that comes super easy, super fast, don't take it. Put an 8 or a 9 simple moving average onto your chart and wait for that to fall off and close back above that shorter time frame moving average. Again, I use the 20 as my anchor line for this trade. And then I'll put this on if I get a trade that moves rapidly in my direction, right? It's profitable really quickly. Later in the day, you get a stop out on this long and a stop on this short as the stock kind of goes flat. This isn't really a short I would take. It's another question I get about the power bar, right? Do I take all of them? This is not a short I would take because it's occurring into this pivot low as we've already moved down like this. And this low, when this power bar occurs, is a higher low. So this is not a power bar that I would take. All right, I don't take all power bars blindly. And this is a really good example of one that I wouldn't take. So we looked at Citi, we looked at Goldman Sachs, we look at Wells Fargo, what that looks like. You had a really nice long power bar here, 1.5 times, 2 times profit here. You had a really nice short here that ended up, because the power bar was pretty large, ended up with 1 times profit much later in the day, but it never stopped out, right? That is the stop for this power bar right here. So again, it got you into a trade that took a while to play out. But if you got in, around here, this 86.5 level, there's a nice couple of points down to the lows down here. And then you got a power bar toward the end that ended up in 1.5 times profit. And again, it's because all of these stocks are moving. So that's one of the things that I look for when I don't have movement in the stocks or the indices that I normally trade. I'm looking to see what has earnings and seeing if those stocks are moving intraday. Again, if you want access to my Power Bar cheat sheet, comment power in the comments below. If you want access to my indicator, there's a link in the description below to the indicator that fires off again when all of these power bars form and gives the take profit levels. I hope this video helped you. I hope it helps you find, stocks to trade if we slow down a little bit over the summertime. And if it did, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll keep making videos like this. Thanks.